Hare Krishna. Today we are reading chapter 26 from Krishna book. The chapter titled Wonderful Krishna. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gauravantabhrinda. Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Without understanding the intricacies of Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and without knowing his uncommon spiritual opulences, the innocent cowherd boys and men of Vrindavan began to discuss his wonderful activities, which surpassed the activities of all men. One of them said, "My dear friends, considering his wonderful activities, how is it possible that such an uncommon boy would come and live with us in Vrindavan? It is really not possible. Just imagine, he is now only 7 years old. How is it possible for him to lift Govardhan Hill in one hand and hold it up just as the king of elephants holds a lotus flower? To lift a lotus flower is a most insignificant thing for an elephant. And similarly, Krishna lifted Govardhan Hill without exertion. When he was simply a small baby and could not even see properly, he killed a great demon Putna. While sucking her breast, he also sucked out her life air. Krishna killed the Putna demon exactly as eternal time kills a living creature in due course. When he was only 3 months old, he was sleeping underneath a hand driven cart. Being hungry for his mother's breast, he began to cry and throw his leg upwards. And from the kicking of his small feet, the cart immediately broke apart and fell to pieces. When he was only 1 year old, he was carried away by Trinavarta, demon disguised as a whirlwind. And although he was taken very high in the sky, he simply hung on the neck of the demon and forced him to fall from the sky and immediately die. Once, his mother, being disturbed by his stealing butter, tied him to a wooden mortar, and the child pulled it downward a pair of trees known as Yamal Arjun and caused them to fall. Once, when he was engaged in tending the cows in the forest along with his elder brother Balram, a demon named Bakasur appeared and Krishna at once bifurcated the demon's beak. When the demon known as Vatsasur entered among the cows tended by Krishna with a desire to kill him, he immediately detected the demon, killed him, and threw him into a tree. When Krishna, along with his brother Balram entered the Talavan forest, the demon known as Dhenukasur in the shape of an ass kicked them and was immediately killed by Balram, who caught his hind legs and threw him into a palm tree. Although the Dhenukasur demon was assisted by his cohorts, all in the shape of asses, all were killed and the Talavan forest was then opened for the use of the animals and inhabitants of Vrindavan. When Pralambasur entered amongst King Krishna's cowherd boyfriends, Krishna caused him to be killed by Balram. Thereafter, Krishna saved his friends and cows from a severe forest fire and he chastised the Kalya serpent in the lake of the Yamuna river and forced him to leave the vicinity of the Yamuna. He thereby made the water of the Yamuna poisonless. Another one of the friends of Nanda Maharaj said, "My dear Nanda, we do not know why we are so attracted by our son Krishna. We want to forget him, but this is impossible. Why are we so naturally affectionate toward him? Just imagine how wonderful it is. One on one hand he is only a boy of 7 years, and on the other hand he is a huge hill like on there is a huge hill like Govardhan Hill, and he lifted it so easily. Oh Nanda Maharaj, we are now in great doubt. Your son Krishna must be one of the demigods. He is not at all an ordinary boy. Maybe he is the supreme personality of Godhead." On hearing the praises of the cowherd men in Vrindavan, King Nanda said, "My dear friends, in reply to you, I can simply present the statement of Garga Muni so that your doubts may be cleared. When he came to perform the name giving ceremony, he said that this boy descends in different periods of time in different colors and that this time he has appeared in Vrindavan in a blackish color known as Krishna. Previously, he had a white color and then a red color and then a yellow color. He also said that this boy was once the son of Vasudev, and everyone who knows of his previous birth calls him Vasudev. Actually, he said that my son has many varieties of names according to his different qualities and activities. Gargacharya assured me that this boy would be all auspicious for my family and that he would be able to give transcendental blissful pleasure to all the cowherd men and cows in Vrindavan. Even though we would be put into various kinds of difficulties, by the grace of this boy, we would be very easily freed from them. He also said that formerly this boy saved the world from an unregulative condition, and he saved all honest men from the hands of the dishonest thieves. He also said that any fortunate man who becomes attached to this boy, Krishna, is never vanquished or defeated by his enemy. On the whole, he is exactly like Lord Vishnu, who always takes the side of the demigods who are constantly never defeated by the demons. Gargacharya thus concluded that my child will grow to be exactly like Vishnu in transcendental beauty, qualification, activities, influence, and opulence. And so we should not be very astonished by his wonderful activities. After telling me this, Gargacharya returned home, and since then we have been continually seeing the wonderful activities of this child. According to the version of Gargacharya, I consider that he must be Narayan himself, or maybe a plenary portion of Narayan. When all the cowherd men had very attentively heard the statements of Gargacharya through Nanda Maharaj, they better appreciated the wonderful activities of Krishna and became very jubilant and satisfied. They began to praise Nanda Maharaj because by consulting him, their doubts about Krishna were cleared. They said, let Krishna, who is so kind, beautiful, and merciful, protect us. When angry Indra sent torrents of rains, accompanied by showers of ice blocks and high wind, Krishna immediately took compassion upon us and saved us and our families, cows, and valuable possessions by picking up Govardhan Hill. Just as a child picks up mushroom, he saved us so wonderfully. May he continue to glance mercifully over us and our cows. May we live peacefully under the protection of wonderful Krishna. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport of the 26th chapter of Krishna, Wonderful Krishna. Hare Krishna, Shri Prabhupada ki Jai. Wonderful Krishna.